Hi, in this short video we're going to take a look at the chart view web part. So I went to this West region site which contains sales information about my West region, and I want to be able to graph or chart the information that you see here on the screen. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the page. We're going to go ahead and add a web part. We're going to add the web part, the chart right on top of the list itself. We're going to go ahead and look for web parts and add the chart view web part and go ahead and click on add. We're going to go ahead and launch the easy edit interface. So here the twisty easy edit. This opens up the interface to edit the web part. Let's go ahead and maximize this. So under the display tab next to viewed lists, we're going to go ahead and click on edit. We're going to go ahead and search for that list, or it could be, I could say the site and it will find it, but I'm going to go ahead and say look for sales. I know the list says sales in it, and here it is, West Region sales. And there's actually other sales results or sales lists on different sites that I can also roll up into this chart. But in my case, I just want for the chart to show information about this specific region. So we'll go ahead and save throughout. Let's start off with just the bar 2 dimension. Under configuration, we're going to go ahead and say let the x-axis be month. Let the sort field be month num, and let's sort in ascending order. Let's add a data series and let's show the amount of obviously the sales. So this will be sales. And let's go ahead and click on OK. So let's see how this looks like so far. Alright, so we've got a chart going on. You could go back in there and make changes to colors. If say if you want to put in a code, or if you want to configure it where if it's less than 50,000 then show red, if it's more than 50,000 then show green, you can easily do that. Because you've got the parameter, which is the amount, and you've got the number, the value, which is 50,000, and there goes your formula. We just need to go to the right section of the easy edit interface and plug it in. Let's change this. Let me maximize it again. Let's change this to a 3D chart. Let's make this, I don't know, let's make it, let's do a pie. So we're going to change it into a pie. Everything else will stick. We'll see this will be the same. Search fields. I want to give my users the ability to search by month and salesperson. And we'll go ahead and click OK. I'll show you how that plays on the screen. Do I want to turn on list view mode? Do I want them to search by default? Or do I want them to click on actions and perform a search? If the latter, then just keep everything as is. If you want to open up a search interface before they even look at anything, you turn the list search mode on. You want to expand that filter capability? Sure. And we'll come back and talk about the other options as well. Let's see how that looks like now. So we've got the filter going on. We could search by month and salesperson. That's the only two checkboxes I checked. And here we go, we've got a pie. If you want to even drill down, notice there's animation by default out of the box. But if you want to drill down further into things, you can do that as well. So let's take a look at that, and let's take a look at, maybe change the pie altogether to something else. Let's make it a donut 3D just to see different things. And then I want to show you, if I click on edit here, or rather, sorry, let's go back and click on viewed lists. So let's click on viewed lists. Let's click on edit right next to sales results. And you want to make this a URL into something else, you can. So you could say HTTP site URL field name. You want to maybe map to this thing right here, the main page, default ASPX. So let's do that. And let's go ahead and click on OK. So that will be my drill down URL. We'll go ahead and save this. What else did I want to show from here? Let's maximize for a bit. Go again to chart appearance. There's the series appearance. I mentioned if it's more than 50,000, make it look like this. If it's less, make it look like that. That's how you configure it. So you come here and you basically, there's different parameters that you can configure in here, but that's essentially how you configure it. So I add item appearance, and you basically go through it. So item value, whatever it is, and then that would be the color. So that's that, the appearance. Trend lines, you could do your own. Chart attributes, if I click on edit here, there's a lot of attributes that you could configure. The border and the background, data labels, the legend, there's a place for the legend, there's 3D chart attributes, y-axis information, etc. So there's a lot to configure in here under chart attributes. Toolbar appearance is if you want to change the skin. Maybe you want to have or put a Mac skin on this. Chart appearance, we talked about that. Let's get rid of all of the code in here. Display, so that's under display. We already visited this page. If I want to show only information where a value is met, and I want to do that on the page load event, I could come in here and configure a camel filter, which will read just that much information from SQL and then filter the page as such. So I could come here and say add a condition where, let's say, salesperson, and as you can see, this is basically just pulls all the attributes, all the fields from that list, equals to salesperson 1. That's good enough. So we've added a camel filter, where now it's only going to show us information for salesperson 1. And guess what? I don't think salesperson 1 has anything going on. 7878. Well, let's go back and just make that quick change. We should have figured that out before. And let's change that 1 to 7. Now you could, you know, if you're comfortable doing it this way, go ahead. If not, just open the Easy Edit interface and do it. And let's OK on this. I know 7 has something. I saw it. And here we go. And again, you can drill down into things as well once you enable that. So that concludes this short video. Thank you.